Good afternoon from Mumbai, y'all. So I'm in old Mumbai. So I got in 2 days ago, but I got a little sick on my train ride from Agra, and it really knocked me for a loop for about 48 hours. So I didn't leave my Airbnb, just drank a lot of water for like 48 hours. But I made it here now. I found a free walking tour, and it's not so much a guided walking tour. I just found it online. It just tells you where to go and gives you some history. So I'll share some of that with you today. I leave tomorrow for my next country, so I really wanted to try and see as much as I can. So I took like a 45-minute Uber ride from where I'm staying in New Bombay, and yeah, it was actually surprising. It was only like $8, but yeah, I'm gonna start off at the Gateway of India, and I'll give you guys some facts here in a little bit, but here it is. Y'all, so that is the Gateway to India, and like the little sign said, it was erected in 1911 to mark the coming of George V and Queen Mary, and the last time that British troops were here in 1948 is, very symbolic. It was the beginning of, India as a country and the end of colonial rule. So the last troops marched through the gate, and it's just supposed to be the gateway to India, like literally like it says. It's supposed to symbolize you're here in India, you're in Mumbai. Very cool stuff. And then right across the way, right over here, is the Taj Hotel, and it was a very big site for the 2008 terrorist attacks here, and I won't go into that. But if you guys are interested, hundreds and hundreds of people were killed by Islamic terrorists here over, I think it was about 10 days of just sustained attacks. So I'm just going to go check out that over there, very briefly, and maybe I can get inside and show you guys like the lobby, hopefully. All right, y'all, so right here behind me is one of India's best museums, and it's here in Mumbai. It was first built in 1905, and I won't butcher the name. I'll put it right here. But yeah, it was built in 1905, and interestingly enough, the first foundation stone was actually laid by the Prince of Wales,
Edward VIII.
And it took about 9 years before it was completely built, and then it was used as a military hospital up until 1922. And then at that point in 1922, it was turned into a museum, and it's 3 stories. Apparently it's got some of the coolest and best artifacts in all of India, but it's kind of expensive for me to get into. It's like 550 rupees for me to get in and take pictures, and I'm sure I could spend a few hours in there, but I'm on the move. And yeah, I'm almost out of rupees. I don't feel like getting more at the ATM and paying the fees, but unfortunately I can't get like really close. This is as close as I can get without paying the admission fees, so kind of a short little portion of this walking tour, but yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, y'all, so I'm standing in front of the David Sassoon Library, and it was completed in 1870, and it got its name. As you can tell, David Sassoon is not a typical Indian name. It got its name because he was a very rich banker in the area, and he gave, I believe it was 60,000 rupees to help construct this, and so they named it after him. It's a private members-only library, so I don't know how deep I can get in there, but it was originally created by David Sassoon, and it was the brainchild of a bunch of engineers and mechanics in the city, and they wanted a place where they could have some models so people could come. It's more of an educational library. It's the oldest library in the city, and now they have tons of rare books in here and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get in there and see if I can get really deep. All right, y'all, so the next stop obviously is just another quick 3-minute walk away from the Sassoon Library. So this is the Rajabi Tower, and it was financed by a guy named Pershan Roychand, and he was the father of the Bombay Stock Exchange, which is pretty cool. And he started building this in 1869, and it took about 9 years to build, and he was building this in the name of his mother, Rajabi, who was blind. Pretty cool because it chimes every hour like most towers, clock towers, and it was built for the sole purpose that she could keep time because she lived in the area, which is very cool. I tried to get in. Unfortunately, I think it's part of a university now, so I couldn't get in, and I know that the tower itself is closed off, so nobody can go into the tower or anything like that. But quick little trivia fact for you for some Jeopardy, if you guys ever get asked and get on the show. It was designed by the same guy who designed the Big Ben Tower in London, and that was Sir Gilbert Scott, and it is 85 meters tall, and at once it was the tallest building in the entire region. Yeah, pretty cool, but I'll show you guys a bit and then we'll get on to the next spot. Alright, y'all, so our next stop is, sorry I'm speaking a little loud, as you can tell there's some construction going on here, which is definitely limiting my ability to show you guys some stuff, but this is the Hutatma Chowk, and it's a small little square, and it was built to commemorate the 1960 really bloody struggle between a bunch of independents of the Maharashtra state, and they wanted an independent state within India, and they got it, so this is here to commemorate them. And there's a statue I'll show y'all, and it is of a martyr holding up a torch, and it's just to commemorate all the people who lost their lives in that struggle. And there's also another fountain here, but it looks like it's being just completely rehabbed. It's got a lot of scaffolding and everything up around it, so I can't really get close and even see it. That's called the Flora Fountain, and that was built in 1864 in honor of then Governor of Bombay, Sir Bartleby Ferrer, I believe his name was, or Ferree. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, it's really small. It's just right in the middle of all this construction right now. It looks like they're building a subway over here, so I can't show y'all everything, and it's pretty loud, so I'm gonna get on to the next spot, which is really cool. It's supposed to be like one of the jewels of Mumbai. so I am in the Victoria Terminus, and this is the busiest railway station in all of India, which says a lot because a lot of people here use the railways to get around, and 3 million people use this railway station every day, which is just mind-blowing to me. So this building was completed in 1887, and yeah, it's massive. I mean, there's so many people in here. It's pretty impressive as far as the structure goes anyway. Yeah, it's beautiful. I can't wait to show you guys what I'm looking at. All right, y'all, so I'm back in my Airbnb. Obviously, I didn't go into the Crawford Market. It's huge. It's like 250,000 square feet, and it was built in, I believe, 1869 and named after the first commissioner of Bombay, Arthur Crawford. And cool little fact, it was the first building in all of India to be lit up with electricity. They have everything from like pencils to shoes to fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, even some high-end import goods I found out. But yeah, it got to be around 6 o'clock, and you know, obviously I'm getting over being sick, did a lot of walking, and it is hot out there. So yeah, I just decided to come back and skip going in. Plus, I've got to leave here in just a few hours and still pack up everything because my flight to my next country is at 2 a.m. So yep, I think I'm gonna pack up, maybe get like 2 hours of a nap, and then gotta make my way to the airport, which is like an hour away from here. So with all that said, meet you guys in the next country.